So what's really unique about this program is that it gives you the structure to be able to see the clinical side as well as do your research. And so it was amazing a few of the days during the summer when I came from shadowing and went straight back to lab and just like really living that physician scientist lifestyle. It really was informative in terms of like how the science can inform what you're doing in clinic, and what's in clinic can really inform your science.
So I really learned how to be a physician scientist, and I feel like they did a really good job of this because they had both clinical skills workshop where we got to actually learn how to do physical examinations and learn about patients and patient care in its most basic sense, but then also we had journal clubs where we got to see in real depth the leading edges of science across all different frontiers, and really during our discussions we got to see how those two worlds really intertwine.
I learned how crucial it is to persevere in science, especially when you get unexpected results, and I will exactly take that back home with me.
I learned to get uncomfortable and to be okay with not knowing, because science is, you know, broad and there's so much to learn, and to be okay asking questions.
I learned so much about being an MD PhD student just from current students and administration, and I also just feel like I gained a lot of confidence in myself and my abilities through the summer program.
The summer I really learned how to own my science. I think that's what takes you from the next level of being kind of more of a student and more of like a learning position to being able to step up and, you know, present at a national conference and be able to say, here's the work I did and here's why it's meaningful.
I also found it really interesting how the scientific process is really different from what you learn in the classroom. This summer I had to do experiments over and over again. You know, I'm working on an enzyme that we don't know what it does, whereas in the classrooms you always know what enzymes do.
What I learned is that taking criticism, especially scientific criticism, not to take it all to heart. I am learning and will take this for my future career as a person, as a scientist, and as a doctor in medicine.
This summer I really learned how to build resiliency and how to be persistent, and I learned that science is not all butterfly and sunshine, and you have to try, and failure is a part of science. You have to just go for it and not give up.
So one thing the Gateways program really taught us is how to ask the right questions. So how to see science for what it is, and then expand it beyond just what we know to be true, and be able to create a project in which can answer questions that no one has an answer to right now.
I think the aspect of the program that I found the most useful was presenting our work multiple times. So learning how to communicate about science, communicate about our work efficiently, and talk to a lot of different audiences and cater to them was really helpful.
Journal club. I learned how to analyze and critique science articles instead of just believing them firsthand, but also learned how to be able to discuss with my peers about science.
An aspect from this program that I really enjoyed was how often they pushed our limits, which I think is really important as a future physician scientist.
The most beneficial and impactful thing for me was the heart-to-heart screening that we did in Brooklyn, because a lot of the people that we interacted with are from the same country as a lot of my family. Just the importance of representation in medicine and community.
One thing I'll take back to my home institution would have to be the connections. I think, especially being an underrepresented minority in science, it's important to build a network of other underrepresented minorities that are also doing the same thing, but also administration and other scientists that can help you and help your peers.
I'm really not afraid of a challenge anymore, academically or in research. I think this kind of proved that I can do it for me, and I know that with enough hard work and just perseverance and just guidance from others that I can really accomplish my goals if I work hard enough.
I think the biggest thing I'm taking to my home institution are the possibilities of the MD PhD program, because this summer, since we're definitely immersed in the program, we're able to learn a lot about the different factors that relate to it. We get to meet with students and just get an insight into the program and the career, so taking that back to students at my home institution that are also interested in this path.
I leave here a lot better informed and very motivated to continue on this path.
I think taking back that voice into everything I do, because I think I tend to be kind of a shyer person, and especially when it comes to presentations or kind of voicing my opinions, and I think this has really kind of what has been a learning process. This has really expedited my comfort in being able to step up and say, hey, I have this idea and I think we should really talk about it.
This summer, I had the experience of working amongst some of the best and brightest up-and-coming scientists, and it has just been a pleasure working with such a diverse, fantastic group of people, and I'm really going to miss everybody.
I'm so sad that this is like my final day, but just thank you so much for everything.